Alrighty, everyone. So it looks like everything's all good. All checks are good to go. And we are now live on youtube.com/at Theimpactplay. If you haven't known already, we are Theimpactplay, your premier source for discussions, reviews, and so much more. I'm your host, Mohammed, and your producer here on the ones into the weirdly simple hope for the marginalized, giving voices to the voices and sharing their stories to the world. Make sure to subscribe to us on youtube.com/at Theimpactplay so you don't lose access to any of our content, any of our coverages when we do go live, as well as our mini shows. So make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a beat. So no matter however you consume us or wherever you consume us, we are there. This support is what keeps the lights and mics on and keeps us doing what we do best. You can learn more by visiting theimpactplay.com/support to support us even more so than you already are. Just by listening to us. That's a huge support for us, and it's a win-win essentially. So we are Epic partners. Every purchase you make with the Epic Game Store, when you use our credit code at Theimpactplay, help support us to take us to greater heights and no added cost to you. So once again, that credit code is Theimpactplay. Use it when you buy anything directly. Fortnite, Fall Guys, essentially any game purchase within the Epic Game Store also helps us as well. So we have a good amount of news to discuss here on the Theimpactplay, on our live recording of the Theimpactplay, I should say. So without further ado, we will return. And like that, we are back, folks. So sorry about the delay, but let's get into it, folks. So, the title of this episode is Everything Google, and that's the first thing we're going to discuss. everything Google instead of saving it for the end or the middle or what have you. That's the first bit of news. So we had a Made by Google event, which I did tune into as well, and I also rewatched it this way I didn't miss anything. But before we get into this article, it was maybe 75% AI, Google Gemini Live, Google Gemini, not Micro, Nano, and literally, and then after they talked about Gemini, the majority of the show, the beginning of the show, then they started talking about their devices, the Google Pixel, the Watch, and the Buds, and they did not. And I had to rewatch it twice to make sure they did not talk about the new streaming device or even the Google Nest Home. So they had those during a press release for some reason, but literally that was their event. So I understand why they didn't announce it there. But nonetheless, they talking about Gemini again, and they had some issues when they actually demoing Google Gemini in action in a live demo in a private space essentially, but it didn't work out. It took them a couple tries for it to actually demo what it can do. So everything that has been announced, let's get into it. DNet has the roundup for us. So we have, let's see what we got. So we got a couple new devices. We have the Google Pixel 9 Pro, XL, and Fold. Yeah, no, sorry. But so the Google 9, the Google 9 Pro, the Google 9 Pro XL for those of you who want a bigger phone, and a Pixel 9 Pro Fold. It's like a whole mashup of words. All right, so we have the Pixel 9. It's a 6.3-inch octa, not super octa display. 12 gigs of RAM, 10.5 megapixel front camera. Two rear cameras, 50 megapixel wide and 48 megapixel ultra wide. Pricing starting at $799. It's available in Obsidian, which is the black version, or porcelain white, winter green, which is mint green, and Fenoi is the pink rose gold. So we have the Pixel 9 Pro. It's a 6.3-inch super octa display, higher brightness rating than the regular octa with the regular Pixel 9. 16 gigs of RAM, 42 megapixel front, 3 rear cameras. We have the 50 megapixel wide, 48 megapixel wide, and 48 megapixel telephoto lens. And you also get 1 year of the Google One AI Premium plan, which includes Gemini Advanced, Gemini Live Access, and 2 terabytes of cloud storage. Pricing starting at $999. Available in Obsidian, porcelain, hazel, and pink. And the Pixel 9 Pro XL has a larger 6.8-inch super octa display, same memory and camera configurations. Pricing starting at $1099, and it's available in the same colors as the Pixel 9 Pro. So literally the only difference would be between the Pixel 9 Pro and the Pixel 9 Pro XL is literally the size difference. And because of the size difference, there's gonna be a little bit of a battery difference as well, because it has a bigger battery in the Pro XL. They literally, they even discussed that people who want smaller phones, that's what the Pixel 9 Pro is for. But it literally has the same specs nonetheless. Well, the majority of the specs, I should say. So all 4 models has Google's own Tensor G4 chips, 24-hour, more than a 24-hour battery life, support for emergency SOS with crisis alerts, 7 years of software and security updates, and pre-sale. It's available now if you guys want to pre-order them. So let's see what we got here. So Gemini apparently it looks like it's gonna be replacing their Google Assistant, which doesn't make sense, but nonetheless, let's see what we got. New Academy feature. Oh, I know what that is. So this looks pretty neat. So essentially, it's for those of you who want to take group photos but don't have a third, like the person taking the photo. Instead of you, like for instance, like myself, I'm a videographer, photographer, so video producer essentially. So I always have a tripod with me in my gear as well. But for those of you that are not photographers, videographers, or what have you, like camera professionals, you most likely won't have a tripod. So essentially, you'll have your phone only, which, if in this case, a Pixel, if you have a Pixel device, 9 Pro or newer, that's what it's saying. They didn't say anything. This feature might come to previous Pixel devices or Android devices in general. No official confirmation, but nonetheless, we're going to keep this in this little scenario. So a Pixel device, you take a photo because they demoed this and it actually worked well live on the Made by Google event live stream. But nonetheless, take a photo, and then it gives you a glowing overlay where it give you some space to be in that photo as well, so you can be added later on. So the other person that you may know takes or you for yourself, you take the picture, you leave some room for you. Whoever's in the picture, don't move, essentially. But whoever is gonna take the picture takes the phone, holding it the same way, and it guides you during the process as well. And then you get into that picture, you take the picture, and then essentially that's how you're added. What I thought was when I first heard about this feature, when they talked about this before, that you could like put yourself randomly in a photo, but that wouldn't make sense. This in this scenario it makes a lot of sense. So, Pixel screenshots is their version of Microsoft's callback feature, where instead of your PC, your Copilot plus PC taking random screenshots, you yourself will take the screenshots, and your Google Pixel device will automatically organize and pull any information needed for you to physically search it as well. So you could search for like a bicycle with a certain price point or whatever it is you're looking for. Also in that screenshot, it'll forward you to the URL where you originally got that screenshot from. But you know what's funny? I'm gonna do something right now. Okay. See, I have a Nintendo page open, right? Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot. I think that's how you do it. Okay, took a screenshot. Go back to the screenshot, galleries, menu. I believe I could do this here too. What does that say? Hold on, let me take off the blur, and then you'll see this. So I don't understand how this is a new feature. Where is the new, NVIDIA? Here it is. Blur. Okay. What does that say under the screenshot I literally just took? Captured from Nintendo.com. Click on the URL. See, I already had the page open, right? Opened up that same page again, so it's not a new feature. I'm subscribed to like podcasts as well, and they always like to compare Apple's new features as not a new feature that these other phones have it, but they don't compare these new features in an Android device that is not a new feature. Literally, I've been doing it, and this is my S8 can do this. And it's one of my previous devices that I reviewed as well. So it's like I don't understand this. Like it's nothing new. We've been having this feature. Like wow. Okay, let's close this. Let's get back to this. Okay. All right. Reimagine. Oh, that's what this is. It's like making a picture, not into a picture. So essentially, you can take a picture of you in a grassy plain area. I'll give you an example. I give you an example. Media gallery. I usually, I'm my own photographer and videographer as well. So this is a profile picture that I have, right? For all my social media pages. So you could, for instance, put flowers and make it look natural. You could add hot air balloon, like what they demoed in the keynote. You could other segments as well. I'm like, yeah, but that's no longer a picture. That's an image. So it's like, I'm like, what? It's like they're going above and beyond, but they're really going beyond that much. Like, there's no reason for all this. And then Magic Editor has become, what is it? Wait. Magic Eraser has become Magic Editor. I'm like, wait a minute, 'cause I remember that term. Time to pray. But yeah. And regardless of the not new things going on with the Google Pixel devices, we have the Google Pixel Buds Pro 2. It is lighter and, let me see, has been revamped. Let's see, two-toned, upgrade with apparently AI. Let's see, it comes in 4 colors: hazel, porcelain, wintergreen, and peony. The same X-shaped charging cradle, IPX4 rating, and the earbuds have IP54 rating. Let's see. So let's see, custom designed 11mm dynamic speaker driver, 10-ner A1 chip for audio processing, active noise cancellation, silence seal 2.0 transparency mode, conversation detection, voice accelerometer, and 3 microphones. Touch competitive, $229, and should be available of pre-order now as well. And then we have the Google Pixel Watch 3. Brighter screen, 2000 nits, better battery life, dual chip. Let's see, we have so it comes in 2 models, the 41 and the 45mm. The 45 has a bigger 420 mega amp battery, large capacity. Let's see. So we have black aluminum, obsidian active band, polished silver aluminum with a porcelain active band, matte hazel aluminum case with a hazel active band. Both watches support an Actuna display, custom 3D corner Gorilla Glass 5, ultra wideband, Find My device tracking Wear OS 5.0. So the 41mm is starting at $349. And the 45mm started on $399. All right. Next up, we have apparently these devices will not be launched with Android 15. Instead, it will be launched with Android 14, which is a surprise. Usually, new phones come with a new OS or an updated OS, but this year, like I said, nothing on these features, these highlighted features are nothing new. The same goes with the OS as well. It's nothing new. It's the same OS that we've been using. Okay, now we're going to get into the devices that they apparently didn't have time because they've been focusing so much on AI and Gemini. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Let me get rid of it here. Okay, so it looks like exactly what we showcased you last week on the show. So, it's the latest version. Brings you new accessibility features, performance improvements, picture-in-picture mode for Google TV, and more. Let's see what we got. Let's see. New energy modes, low energy mode, optimized energy mode. Let's see. Color correction, enhanced text options, and better navigation. Improved performance, improved latency, storage use and loading by 20% has been improved. Multitasking, picture-in-picture, improved remote control, and improved networking. Android 14 for TV now supports Android Thread network stack. That lets supported devices with a thread radio such as Google TV Streamer act as a thread border router, whatever that means. But yeah. So literally it's going to be running Android 14 on the TV, essentially, but a specialized version. Now we're going to get into the thermostat, which is the Google Home. I thought it was Google Nest, but I got confused. But nonetheless, it is Nest. So Google's new first generation Nest learning thermostat was announced earlier this week. Complement revamped its app controls. Essentially, it looks like an enlarged Google Pixel Watch. Essentially, that's exactly what it looks like, and we know where they got that inspiration from. Let's see, new controls, improved revamped UI. It costs $280 on the Google Store. Muted bezel, slimmer overall, maxifies improved efficiency, support up to 6 Google Nest temperature sensors, foresight display. Let's see, detect something faulty in your HVAC system as well, if needed. All right, that's about it. And we're not done with Google. We have a little bit of news from The Verge, where they have the deets for the Google Pixel, for Google Pixel partners, not yeah, partners, influencers, essentially, but they call them. Let me see. Oh, Team Pixel Creator, essentially, where they had a little checkbox before you agreed, where it says, by opting into this program, do you acknowledge that you are expected to feature the Google Pixel devices in place of any competitor mobile devices? Please note that if it appears that other brands are being preferred over the Pixel, we will need to cease the relationship between the brand and the creator. And when they wanted more clarification, they announced this is their response. Team Pixel is a distinct program, separate from our press and creator reviews programs. The goals of Team Pixel is to get Pixel devices into the hands of content creators, not press and tech reviewers. We missed the mark with this new language that appeared in the Team Pixel forum yesterday and has been removed. So essentially, sitting into influencers, they can talk about it, but you have to prefer our phone, even though it has less features and not new features. Interesting. Very interesting. So regardless of we get access to devices or we buy our own devices here on the McPlay, our review, our hot takes, our discussions that we have with these about these devices are our own. Even if we get an early access to a device, a video game, or what have you, will be neutral. Meaning, no, we are not influenced by any specific company, partner, or what have you to influence our review or our discussions or what have you. So here on the McPlay, that is our word. Our word is our bond. So we stay true to our review, our honest and hot takes of the latest devices out there, the latest gear, tech, and video games, and what have you. So even if we get like an early screening for a film like we normally do, we'll be honest and open about it. So regardless if you want to see a review or not, what do we say? You'll get access to it as soon as it goes public to everyone else. So literally, if I guess the only little exception is if we probably misunderstood a feature, we'll probably try to reach out and get confirmation about it. But that will not solely influence our decision or our review. So we'll be open and honest on any of all of our content and coverage, review, discussion, what have you here on Theimpactplay, as we all should. Let's see what we got. Next up, we have a new EV in the form of. Let me see. What is it called? Dodge Charger Daytona. Yeah, Daytona. Yeah. And let's see. Apparently has a patent pending Franzonic chambered exhaust system. They announced during a press conference preview. For the all-electric 2024 Dodge Charger Daytona RT and Dodge Charger Daytona Scat Pack. The world's first Franzonic chambered exhaust brings the raw rumble of iconic Dodge muscle to the next generation all-electric Dodge Charger Daytona. Yeah, so literally. The world's first chambered exhaust. Yeah, literally, that's all it is. Let me see. Let me get into the newsroom. Let's see. The 2024 Dodge Charger. Nope. I think they had this on their homepage. Give me a second. They had more, a little more of an option. This way I can show you the vehicle itself. Because I remember this. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. What's this? Nope. Okay, let's see. Search. Here it is. Yeah, here it is. Okay. F11, full screen it. This way I can show you the new Dodge Charger. Here you are, folks. Introducing the all-new Dodge Charger Next Generation Muscle Unleashed. Pre-production model shown. Actual production model may vary. Features production shown are for illustration purposes only. 2DR Daytona RT and Scat Pack model shown above. Available late 2024. 4DR Daytona RT and Scat Pack available early 2025. Close. The world's only electric muscle car. So I believe it's available in 2-door and 4-door. We talked about this a little bit about last week. So V8, 670 horsepower. Scat Pack 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. Targets a quarter of a mile in 11.5 seconds. For those of you car enthusiasts, here's a little of specs for you. Lithium-ion, 100.5 kilowatt high voltage battery, designed from the inside out. Muscle design, sorry. The interior. Oh, different ones as well. Interesting. All right. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay app is on Alexa. Dash Charger Daytona, and the Scat Pack. Looks. I know it doesn't look the same, but I'm just looking at the doors. Let's see what's the difference. 670 horsepower. Mid 2025. This is early 2025. 2-door models will be available. 4-door models in 2025. So Georgia Daytona Scat Pack shown. Oh, 6-pack. That's what it is. I'm gonna take. I was reading a Scat Pack. 550 horsepower 2-door model. 4-door model available mid 2025. Okay, interesting. That's about it, folks. That's all she wrote. Okay, so what do we got next? It looks like I'm pretty sure I heard this before, where the U.S. is laying out a road safety plan that will see cars quote unquote talk to each other. So it's coming from the Engadget has the lay ground. So it'll lead cars to communicate with each other. The agency is hoping that broadly deploying vehicle to vehicle to everything tech will boost its commitment to pursue a comprehensive approach to reducing the number of roadway fatalities to zero. So V2X enables vehicles to stay in touch with each other as well as pedestrians, cyclists, other road users, and roadside infrastructure. It lets them share information such as their position and speed, as well as road conditions. They'll be able to do so in situations with poor visibility. And apparently it's going to extend to 2036, which we won't be seeing it anytime soon. So it even says it in this article itself. As you might imagine, then V2X is hardly a new concept. Several automakers, including Audi, Toyota, and Volkswagen, have long been working on ways for cars to communicate with each other in city infrastructure, in part because that plays a factor in autonomous driving. I told you, even in this exact article, it tells us this is nothing new. Like, I know I've seen that before. I've heard about this before. So apparently, there has been a breach in regards to the national public data. They've confirmed a breach that exposes social security numbers. Billions of records have stolen from a company that had been linked online. A data dump that contains 2.7 billion records of personal information for people living in the U.S., including their social security numbers, have recently leaked online. The data dump contains were leaked to national public data, a company that scrapes information for non-public sources that sell for background checks. Now the company has confirmed that it did have this data security incident. So people's names, emails, addresses, phone numbers, social security numbers, emailing addresses had been stolen. So that's about it. All right, the MetaQuest update that lets you beam HDMI devices into your headset, coming from the folks over at IGN. So MetaQuest 2, 3, and Pro owners can now beam such as game consoles, handheld PCs like the Steam Deck, and more into their headsets using the MetaQuest HDMI Link app. The app is designed primarily to work with HDMI devices, but it's compatible with some smartphones as well. The feature is reminiscent of cinematic mode on the PlayStation virtual reality headsets, augmented reality glasses as well. So that's it. So it's free to use and explore. So we have another new controller, but not in the way you're thinking. I know we usually talk about Xbox controllers, and we rarely talk about PlayStation. Well, this is a new PlayStation controller, in addition to the actual controller we talked about last week. This is a Concord limited edition for $84.99. And there's the. I wonder what this is. The Astrobot limited edition is. That's weird how this is $79.99, but this is going for $84.99. I don't understand it, but for those of you who want to get it, you could pre-order it now with it releasing August 23rd. So as this recording, August 17, like 6 days. Oh, let's get into the pictures. Okay, good. I guess it doesn't zoom in. It looks like just a skin. That's it. All right, moving on. Moving on. So before we keep moving on, here's our couple words from our sponsors that have made this show and all our other shows possible. Do you want to learn more about us, about the content coverages we're doing? Simply visit us at theimpactplay.com. Scroll a little bit down to view our other shows. You have Theimpactplay, which are live recording now for covering your technology and video games coverage. We have Theimpactplay Screenplay for your film and screen and television and entertainment coverage. We even have Theimpactplay's Coverplay for highlighting and showcasing our event and show coverage to you all. In addition to, you can also book us, clicking on the booking tab to book us to cover your next local Atlanta event, show, and more. You click on the Book Us tab to view our services, or you can send us a message on WhatsApp, send us an email, or you can even check our coverage and past coverage as well. In a world where we have less time than ever sitting reading books, whether it be digital or physical, you can only listen to audiobooks with Audible. The most efficient way of consuming books in the modern era. Sign up for your free 30-day trial and immediately get access to 1 credit. But we do have Amazon Prime and you get double that, and it's 2 credits. It's good for any premium title. Simply go to audibletrial.com/Theimpactplay. Once again, that is audibletrial.com/Theimpactplay. Alrighty, folks, we are back. Oh, wrong one. I usually do it this way for work mode. So the hat that I am rocking now today, I should say, is from Milestone and at the farmers market. I believe his thing is called, but check him out. I am Milestone. We even had him for one of our past interviews here on the McPlay. You can check that out as well on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, and podcast services around the globe. And if you are watching us live, or if you are watching this VOD later on, regardless of the fact, be sure to hit the like button. Definitely hit the subscribe as well. Let me help us out here on the Theimpactplay. It's literally a free form of support. All right. So let's see what else we got to discuss. All right, we have some Steam Deck related news, Steam OS, Steam Deck OS, and what have you. So, Game Rant has a patent that is apparently that may upgrade the Steam Deck for better streaming with the new tech for VR integration. Issues with performance, battery life could be apparently improved with desktop streaming, and apparently hint at low latency and high fidelity images for potential VR upgrades. So this next bit of news is related and is going to expand even more so and branch out. What do I mean by that? So it looks like SteamOS will apparently be supported on other handheld devices other than the Steam Deck officially. This is coming over from The Verge. So Valve has once imagined that every PC maker could have their very own Steam machine. So it looks like the company's long said it plans to let other companies use SteamOS. Let's see. So the Valve designer Lawrence Yang now confirms to The Verge that a few days ago, some spotted an intriguing line in Valve's latest SteamOS release notes and its support with extra ROG Ally keys. They didn't know that Valve was actually supporting any ROG Ally keys at all, let alone extras. Maybe Valve was just supporting those keys in the Steam desktop client on the Windows, or prefers the Steam Deck like a big picture mode interface for any PCs. So, but no, this is indeed about Valve eventually being supported on the Rogue Ally and other rival handhelds. The note about the Rogue Ally key is related to third-party device support for SteamOS. The team is continuing to work on adding support for additional handhelds on SteamOS, Yang Ling has told. So it looks like Valve is making steady progress, but isn't ready to run out of the box yet. So this gets me even more hyped up. Because as you all know, we all know that Xbox is prototyping handhelds, and we could have one maybe next year, maybe the year after, or we'll actually see the handheld or any details of it, regardless. And it's rumored it's gonna have Steam. So this is confirmation that Steam will be available on other handhelds in addition to the hopefully coming Xbox handheld as well. So don't be excited. We actually got confirmation as well from other sources. Alrighty, so it looks like Epic Game Store is going to be launching once again. Or should I say relaunching? This is coming from Games Industry. That biz. It's apparently it should be available now in the European Union on iOS. Let's see. So actually Android and iOS. Requiring Apple to enable third parties on the mobile ecosystem. Epic's mobile catalog will begin with 3 titles: Fortnite, Rocket League Sideswipe, and Fall Guys Mobile. They'll launch on the Alt Store, an independent mobile store also available on iOS. We're coming to the Apple Tide on iOS and the One Store on Android at a later date. Epic's even discussing with Microsoft regarding its upcoming Xbox mobile store. But yeah. Apparently, they've been quoted as saying this is just the beginning of efforts to bring our games back onto all these platforms worldwide. The focus is not over until Fortnite is back on iOS everywhere and free of Apple's junk fees and tech fees. This is an awesome milestone. So yeah. All right, we have a little bit of a good news for all of you independent developers. On the Latin America side of the world. So, this is coming from GameIndustry.biz. Google has opened applications for its 2024 Indie Games Fund. Okay, let's check in. Let's see. A group of Latin American game studios will receive a share of $2 million, with each recipient receiving between $150,000 to $200,000. The fund is open to indie game developers have already launched a game on Google Play or other mobile platforms such as PC and console as well. Applications just closed on December 13th of this year, 2024. The priority given to applications received by August 30th, 2024. Alright, let's click on the link. And showcase it to you as well. So apply now at j.co/play/indie fund. We'll have the link in the show notes in the description of this episode as well. For all of you game developers and developers that are listening to this show, this is for you guys as well. All right. Okay, so we have a little bit of side news. Ubisoft has apparently has been hit with another wave of layoffs. Let's see. Apparently across San Francisco and Cary, North Carolina locations were impacted by layoffs. Those affected will receive severance and career assistance, though further details about what those offerings have not been revealed. So, layoffs is always a sad thing, and we'll always here at Support You at Theimpactplay. We have our very own job sharing channel within our Discord server. So be sure to follow our Discord full of you that have been affected or even have something that could help possibly help somebody else. Share that possible job posting as well in that Discord server. We have a little bit of positive news. So we already know that Hi-Fi Rush has been one of the studios that has been closed down by Xbox. But apparently Craftsman is acquiring Tango Gameworks and the Hi-Fi Rush IP from Xbox. It's coming from gamesindustry.biz. As part of a strategic agreement, the firm says it's working with Xbox to enable a smooth transition so that Tango, the team, can continue developing the Hyper Rush IP and explore future projects. Krafton said that the acquisition will have no impact on the availability of Tango's previous releases, and they will remain available where they are currently. But yeah, some positive news. Alright, we have a little bit of delay where GTA San Andreas VR has been delayed indefinitely as Meta focuses on other projects. We look forward to working with our friends at Rockstar in the future. Oh, this is 3 years ago too. So yeah. Alright, apparently Black Ops 6 Activision is apparently working on a custom download options that you could possibly download the files that you need for whatever game mode you're gonna participating in. Maybe Warzone, maybe multiplayer, maybe co-op, or I'm bashing on that other mode where it's the single player mode. I forgot what it was called, but yeah. But apparently they're working on that. All right. So I guess that's a wrap, folks, for you. So thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate every single one of you. Sure to visit theimpactplay.com/feedback if you want to send us feedback. Tell us where in the world you are listening to us. Your feedback helps us improve our content, our coverage, our reviews, and so much more of the show. And it impacts us more than you know. Well, otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate every single one of you. Join the Discord community where I do pop in every now and then. Have a chat with our ever-growing community over on Discord. Theimpactplay.com and click on the Discord icon. I'll take you straight to our Discord server. Otherwise, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you definitely find this intuitive, informative, entertaining as well. It definitely helps us as well. Share the channel, share our content across your friends, your family. Otherwise, that's about it. Also, on another note, this will help us as well level up on the charts. That will help us reach even more viewers, even more listeners around the globe by leaving a review or just a rating, whatever platform you're on, whether it be YouTube Music, YouTube itself, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, even many other podcast platforms as well. So have a great one, and we'll see you all on the next one.